Baseball is back. Oh my God. Baseball is back. Baseball is back. I mean, you see, we got the champagne here. No free sponsors, no free clout, but we got the champagne. I'm basically going to just talk for about 10 minutes straight here about baseball being back, what this means, what we have to look forward to. I'm going to pop some bottles too. This is going to be pretty much unedited, something I don't typically do on this channel, but because of what we've gone through, because of the lockout, because of how excited I am, because of how much good this means, not just for baseball, but for me, for you guys, the fans. This is huge. Baseball is back. The lockout is over, and there's no better way to start off than by popping some bottles. So here we go. I really hope I don't hit myself in the face. We got to pop. We'll pour ourselves a nice drink here, and we will talk about the end of the lockout. I mean, this feels like my most, I know I'm drinking out of a wine glass, by the way, but this feels like my most earned way to go ahead and pop some bottles is because the end of the lockout, so cheers to everybody. And here we go, let's talk about it. So we know about the lockout, 99 days, basically 100 for all intents and purposes. We did not have baseball. We had no news, we had no info, we didn't have moves, we didn't have trades, we didn't have spring training, we didn't have games. We had nothing. We were locked out. That was done because of the owners. And honestly, at this point, as bad and as awful as it was, I don't really care because we are starting baseball from what it appears like on April 7th, playing a full 162 game season. The players seem to be happy. The owners seem to be happy. Everyone seems to be okay. It sucks that it took 100 days to get this done, but in the end, baseball is back, and it's a huge weight off my shoulders. It's really exciting because I have so many great content ideas, so many great opportunities, so many great things that I want to do on this channel, not just here, but on Twitter, on Twitch, on my Instagram, on my TikTok. The content is going to be going through the roof, and that's all because baseball is back here. Let me have a quick little drink here. I was actually at the Big East tournament when the news broke, and a guy behind me who was on his phone actually stood up and yelled in Madison Square Garden, "Let's go! Baseball's back!" So then I started to look at my phone, and James, my podcast co-host, and the people that I were with, we all checked our phones, and we see Jeff Passett, the best reporter that there is out there, drop the news, and he says, "Baseball is back." And I stood up in Madison Square Garden. I was like, "Well, let's go!" I let out a scream because truly, I'm so happy. Like, I think you guys have understood how big of a baseball fan I am. It's pretty much my personality. It's my life. It has everything to do with what makes me me. And maybe that's a problem on my side. I don't really care. I'm happy to be this baseball nerd and to just love the sport like I do. But really, everything that I could ever think of, baseball's been a huge part of my life. And I know Major League Baseball does not define all of baseball. We have college, we have the foreign leagues, we have high school, we have everything. But really, at the end of the day, Major League Baseball is a huge part in growing the sport, which I love and I want to see other people fall in love with. And that's also what I do for my job. So without Major League Baseball, I can't really upload videos, as you guys have seen through the last few months. But the deals have been set. The players came together. Honestly, guys, I'm not going to give you the details because really at the end of the day, the numbers are just they're so out there. They're so prevalent. You can find them yourself. That's not something I'm really interested in here. I just want to get on the camera and I want to talk about the excitement for the season, how big this is going to be for baseball, talk about my feelings, my thoughts, what I'm going to be doing moving forward. I want to hear from you guys as well down in the comment section below. Latest plug I've ever done. Tell me how you're feeling about the lockout ending. Are you as excited as me? I know I might not have screamed as much as I normally do in a video, but keep in mind, I've been up since about like 7 a.m., which is a little bit early for me, and I went to bed about 4:30 last night because I actually recorded a lockout video that was ready to go, but because I was at the Big East tournament, I wasn't able to upload it because I got it from the editor while I was away, so it actually ended up being a blessing in disguise that I wasn't around because I would have uploaded a video about the lockout on the day the lockout ended. Instead, I get to upload a video where I talk about the lockout being over, and I'm so excited, I'm so happy, I'm so grateful that I get to go back to doing what I love, which is talking baseball with you guys every single day, and I mean it. I know I haven't been consistent for the last 100 days or so, pretty much since the 12 days of MLB rankings ended. I haven't done a whole lot. But can you blame me? There hasn't been a lot to talk about. I mean, I love talking about news. I love talking about rumors. I love doing rankings, analysis, and without actual baseball happening, it's impossible. So what can you expect moving forward? Well, the daily videos are back, without a doubt. Along with quizzes and Jeopardies and all the challenges that are fun that you guys like to see on this channel, we're dropping predictions, we're dropping analysis, we're dropping rankings, tier lists, everything that you guys want to see and that you can expect. I'm going so hard with the content. So along with subscribing to me here on YouTube, make sure you're following me on Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc, Instagram, TikTok, GiraffeNeckMarc, everywhere. I have a baseball card channel that I'm going to be uploading to. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, putting out podcasts. I'm going to drop all my podcast links in the description down below to my Mets podcast, to my college baseball podcast, and I don't think I'll have the link yet, but a Major League Baseball podcast is coming soon, along with the possibility of a possible daily MLB show going on Twitch where I recap the days before, go over news, go over bets. I mean, that's something too that's going to be huge, is that sports gambling, I know it's not particularly legal in every single state, but it is something I'm going to cover on here. You saw me talk about dark horse picks for the MVP and Cy Young last year. Did pretty good with Bryce Harper for the MVP. There's a lot of things that I'm so excited to talk about. Breakout players, rookies to watch out for, prospects to watch out for who can make an MLB impact, rumors, trades. I mean, the list goes on and on. I literally have a Google Doc sheet of about 100 video ideas that I've been sitting and waiting on because I didn't want to drop them when there wasn't a lot of hype around baseball, or some of them physically did not make sense because there was no baseball. It was like, oh, let me talk about rankings for a season that's currently not happening. That's a good way to get absolutely no views right now on YouTube. So the regular uploading, the content is all back. Thank you guys for riding out the storm with me here. It stunk. It was awful. I wish I didn't have to go through it. I wish you guys didn't either, but we're going to be back. Now, in terms of actual Major League Baseball, you heard me mention earlier, opening day is going to be April 7th. And I think for the Mets, that means they're going to be in Washington, if I had to say. I'm going to double check the Mets schedule here as I'm talking and typing. But I believe that the Mets were due to go to Washington on April 7th, which means your boy's going to be in Washington because I have to go to opening day. Yeah, opening day, April 7th in Washington, followed by in Philly. I don't think I'm going to be making a trip to Philly because I don't think I'm welcome there. I think I might actually get hurt and beat up, and I'm a small guy. I'm 5'9". I know I talk a lot of shit online, but I'm not a fighter. I am not a fighter. I'm not looking to do that. And I think in Philadelphia, based on what I've said about the city and the people, probably got a target on my back. But I'll be in Washington, definitely for the home opener. I'm going to find a way to get there, maybe even for the entire series if possible, because I think that would be a whole lot of fun to get out there, meet some of you guys if you're going to be at the games, do content there, talk to some players, because I've gotten a pretty good relationship with some guys on the Mets like Trevor May, Taijuan Walker, Jeff McNeil. I'm excited. I'm just so excited because there's such a plethora of baseball content that's going to be coming, along with the fact that because baseball's back, we have so many eyes and so much focus on some of the great young players in this game. Fernando Tatis Jr., Juan Soto, Ronald Acuna Jr. is back. Mike Trout's still playing, by the way. He's not too bad. I don't know if you heard about this guy. He's pretty good. Bryce Harper's still going. I mean, I just named 5 guys off the rip right there that were super easy. We have Shohei Ohtani, who's doing unbelievable things we haven't seen before at the major league level. One of the best players in the league, pitching and hitting, doing things that Babe Ruth did, but in separate times, never at the same time like Ohtani did. Up in Toronto, we got Vlad Jr. playing out of his mind. Bo Bichette is becoming a young and budding star. We have out west the Dodgers and the Giants battling for the National League West. On the East Coast, Mets, Braves, Yankees, Dodgers, Blue Jays, Rays, middle of the country. The Cubs might make some moves. The Brewers are disgusting. The Rangers are making moves. Like, there's so much good to talk about baseball, and I'm so happy that I get to focus on the good and not just talk about all the garbage that was the MLB lockout. Like, yes, I know it existed, and you can't pretend like the MLB lockout didn't, but the fact that we're going to have a regular baseball season, a full 162, we're going to have a traditional opening day, granted, a week later, but really, is that big of a deal? Like, March 31st is kind of cold in on the East Coast. I don't know about you guys over on the West Coast or in Texas, but it's cold right here in New York right now. I'm wearing a sweatshirt inside. Maybe missing the first 7 days of April isn't the worst thing here. I'm so excited. I'm so relieved that we have baseball back. You guys don't understand how big this sport is to me, how much I love talking about it with you guys, how much I enjoy making content. Like, this really is the thing that I love the most right now that I do, is talking about baseball, watching games, analyzing, and whether you guys agree with me or disagree with me on my analysis or my rankings or my predictions, I really do appreciate that you still come back and you watch, and we are able to have this conversation, because that's one of the big reasons why I started this channel. I wanted to be able to talk baseball. My channel started off with MLB The Show, but the plan was always to be doing what I am doing currently. There just wasn't a community, and I'm so glad that guys like me, Fuzzy, John Boy, Foolish Baseball, Jolly Olive. I mean, the list goes on and on. I know I didn't name everybody here, and I might have forgot some people, so apologies for that, because there's so many great baseball YouTubers out there, but take in all the baseball content that you can, because what we're trying to do here is build the fan base, build the growth of the sport, help grow the sport that we love so much that Major League Baseball maybe hasn't done the greatest job of, and have people become new fans of us. Because really, at the end of the day, is there anything better than going to a baseball game in the middle of June or July, grabbing a hot dog, grabbing a soda, grabbing a beer, sitting down, hanging out with your dad, your friends, your family, watching some baseball, seeing your favorite team go out there, play 9 innings, hit home runs, pitch well, throw 100 miles an hour, strike out. Honestly, is there anything better than that? Because for me, that's what I'm looking forward to so much. I can't wait to get out to the stadium, eat a hot dog. I mean, a baseball hot dog is just unmatched. Every time you go to a stadium, gotta have a hot dog. And these are the little things that I was missing, I was craving, and I'm not gonna take them for granted this year. I mean, I think I went to about 40 baseball games last year. I'm definitely breaking that number this year. We are going to a ton of games, going to do some traveling, going to go to a bunch of different stadiums. I can't wait to meet you guys at these stadiums. I can't wait to talk to more baseball fans, talk to more creators, collaborate more. Foolish Baseball's in New York. He's coming over this weekend. I can't wait to show you guys the video that we're going to do with him. That's going to be a ton of fun. And at the end of the day, the MLB lockout is over. So if you're coming for this video looking for analysis and the details, I'm sorry, you didn't get that. That wasn't what you were going to get from me today, because really, I think we should celebrate the fact that baseball is back. Baseball is able to move forward. We're able to look forward and move past what just happened with this ugly lockout and think about all the positive ways to continue to promote this game, to continue to promote this sport, to continue to promote these league and these players, and hopefully have baseball take over the world, because I'd be about that. I'd be really cool if baseball just became the most popular sport in the world eventually. Again, guys, thank you so much. Like, I really do mean it. Thank you for hanging out with me and riding the storm, because the lockout could have been really, really ugly for someone like me or any of the other MLB content creators. So again, if you have not yet gone and subscribed, just search Major League Baseball. You're going to be able to find so many guys out there. The list goes on and on. The content is incredible. Make sure you go support those guys, because really, this is when it's all going to start. We got through the lockout. That was the hard times. Those were the times that no one wants to talk about or ever think about again. We've got baseball for the next 5 years, seemingly, as long as nothing really happens. And we get to talk about the sport we love. We get to have these conversations. We get to have these arguments. I mean, didn't you guys miss arguing with me about my predictions? Didn't you miss about telling me how wrong I was about my rankings? We weren't able to do that for the last 3 months. Tomorrow's video, you're going to be able to tell me where I'm wrong. You're going to be able to tell me how stupid I am, or I don't know, maybe some of you can agree with me if you're feeling nice, but it's really refreshing. It's a huge weight off my shoulders, and I'm sure a lot of my friends' shoulders, and I'm sure even you guys as fans. Like, it's a nice escape from what's going on in the world at times, to just be able to sit down, watch your favorite team or players play, and get back to things being normal. The more and more we're getting further on in the past year, year and a half, 2 years, things are coming back more and more to normal. And having baseball back is just one of those things that I think is going to help push that along a little bit further. And I can't wait to see what happens, because I've been complaining a little bit recently on Twitter. This is my 4th season now doing Major League Baseball content, and I've really only had one real season without any hiccups. This one, I'll probably end up counting as a hiccup because of the whole lockout situation, but we're going to have a full 162. People are excited. Opening day. Baseball is back, and it's a relief. I'm so pumped! Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload. Click through those if you have not yet seen them. Appreciate you guys. Keep an eye out for the content. It's going to be coming in hot, and baseball is back. Cheers, everybody. Let's go baseball.